All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. A little short box in the middle of the week, or as we like to say, short box after hours, with, of course, your usuals, Chris, Jared, Kevin, and Donald. And, of course, I'm Darren. We are going to discuss right now the first 3 episodes of Obi-Wan that are currently airing on Disney+. By a great suggestion, we will also be coming back to this to review episodes 4, 5, and 6. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and start off here as I see it on my screen here. I'm going to look at you, Donald, and just give some quick reaction here, how you so far feel about Obi-Wan.
Did anybody else think that Leia's character was written for somebody a little older than the actor that they hired?
Yeah, seemed that way.
I can see that.
Sure seemed that way.
Seemed a bit too sassy.
I mean, the way I think they were trying. I think they were trying to copy like the sassiness of Leia from Star Wars. I mean, because they clearly know how old she is, so I don't think they would have written it for an older actress because they know she's 10 years old.
No, it just
So
didn't.
I just thought they were just trying to copy Carrie Fisher.
It didn't feel right, but I will say, first episode was okay. The second episode it got a little better for me. Third episode I thought was really good. I'm interested in seeing a little more. I think it was funny because I was watching it and in my head I was like, please, let's hear Darth Vader's voice. Let's hear Darth Vader's voice.
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, we wanted James Earl Jones. We didn't want what's his name?
Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen. Yeah, we didn't want his voice. So when it came out and it was James Earl Jones, I was like, that's a win. We'll take it. We're going to take this. This is great. So the third episode was pure fire. I thought it was very good, very solid. A lot of tense moments. So building up to that, the Inquisitors, I feel, I'm not really like sold on the Inquisitors yet. I don't know what's so special about them other than that they're just really determined, So I'm waiting to see what we get out of that with these characters. But otherwise, pretty solid.
So Kevin, I've been for years always on the edge of my seat on your Star Wars commentary. As you know, not say you guys don't have a lot to bring to the table. I've been talking to Kevin about Star Wars like since as long as I can remember. So Kevin, please preach.
Well, brothers and sisters, I feel that the Obi-Wan series, it's okay. I don't think it's great. It's okay. I'm a little concerned about potential retconning of the canon, as we say. And I'm sure Brother Jarrett can preach to this because apparently they killed the Grand Inquisitor at the end of episode 2, but yet he's still around, if I recall, in the Star Wars Rebels show. So there seems to be a little inconsistency. So maybe, just maybe, he'll be healed in some Bacta tank somewhere. But that's why I hope they clean it up because it doesn't look good if he's been taken out completely.
Well, hear me.
This is an important character. Yes, sir.
Out really quickly. Even if they did kill him off, they did mention that another character was next in line to be the Grand Inquisitor. Is that necessarily the Grand Inquisitor that we saw from the other series, or no?
Let me chime in here with a couple of things. So first off, just to talk real quick about what you guys are talking about, there's been a lot of things saying I don't think for what they built, the Grand Inquisitor that we're talking about, the character we're talking about was introduced in Star Wars Rebels. And he's a really cool character, and that's where we actually first are introduced to the Inquisitors, is through the Star Wars Rebels show, which if you haven't watched it, please go check it out. What I've heard is because, when he got killed, everybody was like, who knows Rebels, was like, that doesn't make any sense because this takes place before Rebels. I've heard that, as in Star Wars, there are species of people or races of people. There are many other people that look like him, so there is a rumor that he is not the actual Grand Inquisitor we see in Rebels. What would be cool if they do is the guy who voiced the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels is Jason Isaacs, who it's his birthday today. I just saw randomly. Happy birthday, Jason.
Wow.
Hell of an actor. He is Lucius Malfoy's dad. Or he's Lucius Malfoy. Sorry, Draco Malfoy's dad.
Oh,
he
yeah.
plays Lucius Malfoy. He's in a ton of things. He's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
I think they could just have him come in at some point as the Grand Inquisitor, as a species, and use that actor, and it would work. So that's how I think they can do that. I don't think they retconned anything. I think they're going to explain that.
Okay, I hope so.
What I do want to say is I was really pumped for the Inquisitors. And I agree with you, Donald. I don't think they're really showcasing them that well. I want to bring out the obvious elephant in the room. The main villain in this antagonist is the Riva character, who is an Inquisitor,
Third sister,
who we all know has some kind of chip on her shoulder. There has been some horrible, not shocking though, like trolls coming out and saying like racist stuff and all that. Here's my thing. That's wrong and disgusting, and like it shouldn't even be like shown. Like it shouldn't even be talked about because it's so predictable. Like don't give the light to the trolls who say that.
Series, right? I mean, it's fantasy. It's a fantasy devices. Let it go.
But I mean, to bring racism into anything is just stupid. But here's my thing. I really wanted her to be good. I want her to be good. Because I want this character to. I want the Inquisitors to like thrive and be, you know, whatever. And I just cannot get on board with her as an actress. I just cannot get on board with her as an actress. I'm like kind of shocked that she got cast. Like I'm not saying that there's been a bevy of like great Star Wars actors. There's been some terrible ones, but like,
all right, hot take on that, Jarrett.
Yeah.
What if eventually they have her turn back from the dark side to the Force? Because she was originally a Jedi, if I recall, or that's what
they all are. Yeah, they all were like Jedis at one point.
Yeah.
So
Jedi Sentinels. Yeah.
maybe her acting ability comes more into play with that. Like we haven't seen it yet, which is why everybody's so like that's on the set and stuff is so crazy about it because that's the most recent thing they've seen is her acting ability as a Jedi, not as.
And my counterpoint to that would be they've already shown her to be way too like ruthless and evil to kind of do like a do-over, you know, or like although Darth Vader, case in point, is atrocious and they in this and they obviously you know, he was go on.
I'm going to get Chris to weigh in here a little bit on his just general feelings of Obi-Wan here since we're getting close to the end, and I wanted to add some comments as well. So, Chris, what are your thoughts on Obi-Wan up to this point?
There's a few things that I was thinking of. I really like the contrast of location from episode 1 to episode 2 to episode 3. I really like going from the desert to the really colorful city, and I really like expanding the world and seeing, you know, Obi-Wan out of his element, just being in civilization for the first time in forever. So I really enjoyed that. I thought it was interesting that we got Vader versus Obi-Wan so early. But I also kind of hated it because of the fact that it was so early. We had things had to happen because things had to continue later. We know neither of them can die, so we know that things have to happen in order for them to not die. So, like getting dragged to the fire, Vader could have just walked around the fire, but
use the Force to put it out.
You know, right. Obi-Wan had to live, so it just had to happen.
Yeah.
And so that I liked it and I liked the fight and I thought it was cool, but I was like, come on, we could have just saved it till the end.
Mm-hmm.
If Darth Vader can like, you know, force choke a bunch of people out of their homes when he's walking down, you know, the village road, drag his ass
back to the fire.
Well, he wanted to torture him though. He said that I'm going to torture you. Like I want to put you through what you put me through.
So I'm just going to piggyback real quick on what Chris said. I do like the drastic location differences. I think the visuals on this are great. I mean, they do shoot a lot of stuff in the dark, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I feel like the Star Wars series has really captured visuals in a way that, you know, other streaming shows are not doing. That being said, I'm going to have to say the show is a disappointment for me. It's not a huge disappointment, but it is a disappointment. I think a lot of these Star Wars shows cannot survive under their own hype that's been given to them. Obi-Wan is the Boba Fett show is a perfect example of this, where I really liked the first episode and I really liked the last episode. And there's just a bunch of filler in between I don't care about. And then, you know, you throw on top of this show with Obi-Wan here. I mean, I'm going to piggyback off Jarrett. Reva is a bore. I mean, it's not really bothersome to me because, I mean, that character has to exist. So be it. You're not going to like every character or whatever. I mean, that's totally fine. I have not seen Ewan McGregor capture the magic of Obi-Wan not one time during this entire thing. And maybe that's by design because he's supposed to be like a guy who's just detached from everything. Like Skywalker is in Last Jedi. But once again, I mean, I guess much like in Mandalorian in a lot of ways, which I think Mandalorian overall is a little better, but I saw more episodes of it. I feel like we have lit the fuse. We are watching it go all the way to the firecracker, but it's not there yet. And it's just, the fuse is going fast and then really slow and then fast and then really slow. And I want a payoff. It's 3 episodes in. I've dedicated at this point 2.5 hours of my time to this show. Just give me something. That's all I ask.
Yep, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first. First 3 episodes. Give us something. That's what we're waiting for. So the next episodes that are coming out, we will discuss that next time on the next Real Short Box Shorty about the Obi-Wan TV series on Disney+. Please, when you get a moment, like and subscribe us. Tell us we're pretty. Whatever. We love compliments. Shower us with compliments, not urine. Compliments. Don't get confused because we're not into that. And we thank you and we appreciate you. And if we don't see you out and about anytime soon, perhaps we'll see you
at the far, far away comic book
shop
or movie theater.
I'm Ewan McGregor.
Maybe
or Disney Plus. Disney Plus. Yeah.
Good night. Good day. Take care.
Anakin.